All right, guys, so I stumbled across this very satisfying and interesting video from comedian David Lucas, who happens to support Trump. Now, I actually have an interview with David Lucas that I did that I have not released yet, and I probably should soon. However, I'm waiting to, he gets really big, which I know he will one day because he's excellent at what he does. But in this video right here, he's gonna ask mainly black people on the street if they miss Trump, and I think their answers to that question is going to indicate that there are a lot of black people out there that are probably having some buyer's remorse. And even though I am not optimistic about this, I still hope and pray that come 2024 and 2022 as well too, black people go to the polls not thinking about who's racist. All right, I hope they go to the poll thinking about, okay, what was the economy like, what was this country like under Trump, right, versus what the country is like under Joe Biden and the Democrats, right? I hope that that's what people think about, right, when they go to the polls. But we'll see. So without further ado, let's actually go ahead and get into this video because it is truly fascinating.
Do y'all think Joe Biden is doing a good job, or do y'all miss Trump?
Hell no, I don't miss neither one of them motherfuckers. Ain't doing so.
Oh, I forgot to warn y'all. Language advisory here. There's gonna be a lot of language that's not kid friendly. All right, so if people are not cool with the language, hey, it is what it is. I may or may not censor the language when I edit it. We'll see, depending on how much is actually in here. I try to give you guys raw reactions.
I just want to say this. They all for themselves. And I know this is finna get out in the world, but I just want to say this. I feel like when Trump was president, I had a few more dollars in my pocket.
Everybody did.
Then I do. Biden.
Everybody
now that Biden, I feel like when Trump was in office, I had a few more dollars, baby.
Yeah, well, that's actually true. Like, that is like factually correct, because with inflation, technically, your money is worth less, right? It's worth less than it was under Trump. So what you're saying is actually factually correct. That's not a feeling that you're getting just from, some random thing. No. That is actually happening, right? That is why you feel that way. Your money is actually worth less.
I'm just kind of like the world evolves. I'm going to go with it. I don't trust nobody. At the end of the day, I just praise God that I can pay for whatever it is, whether whoever is in office. Biden don't trust nobody. Biden, I feel like you want to keep poor people poor. You want to keep them poor. He want to say the black vote and all this shit. He's all business. Trump, listen, they can say what they want to say about Trump. I don't agree with a lot of shit about Trump, but he know how to get that paper, man.
He know how to get the bread. And I feel like that's like emotions to the side.
Put this shit to the side.
At the end of the day, how does America run? We cannot.
It's a business.
We cannot pay rent on love.
Absolutely. Love ain't never gonna be enough.
I can't pay rent.
Love ain't never gonna be enough.
You come up with a whole budget to give Ukraine for what they got going on, but you got people over here in the United States that's going through a whole bunch of that you ain't even trying to help them with, but you can help a whole nother country for billions of dollars. Right. That's not okay.
Wow, there's a whole lot there. Okay, there's a whole lot there. So I think first things first, in terms of what I kind of picked up on here, is that when it comes to the money, right? When it comes down to your money, your what's in your wallet, these people, right? You tend to throw emotions to the side. All that, we're for the black community and all that stuff. Nobody cares about it anymore, right? Second thing I noticed is that I hear this so much when people talk about Trump. They say, well, you know what? I don't really like Trump like that. I don't like a lot of things that he says, but at the end of the day, I respect him, right? I mean, that's basically what they're saying in a nutshell when they talk about Trump as a businessman and talking about money, right? He's like, well, I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says, but hey, I kind of respect the guy, and he's about the money, which again, I respect, okay? And that is how people have to start thinking, right? You got to start thinking when you go and you vote about business, right? What is in your best interest from a financial, economical standpoint? That is how, I think most people should probably vote. And with that being said, in my opinion, considering how prosperous black people were under Trump, again, lowest black unemployment rate that we've ever had under Trump, okay, look at some of the things Trump had done when it comes to opportunity zones, which I think is great policy, okay, in regards to incentivizing private investment in the so-called low-income communities. He also did some other things in terms of supporting HBCUs. Trump was willing to do things that were beneficial for black people without doing it in a divisive way, right? He wasn't out here overtly woke virtue signaling about it. He was just like, listen, I'm going to try to make it so you guys can help yourself. I'm going to try to incentivize private investment coming to your communities. That is characteristic of somebody that's about business, right? But see, Biden is not really about that. Biden's about emotions. Democrats are about emotions. They're trying to play on your emotions. But once you take the emotions out of it, people understand, you know what, at the end of the day, it comes down to the money.
It's not okay.
That's not okay. That is not okay. But then you hindering people with student loans and things like that so that they can't get the, quote, what American dream or whatever it's supposed to be.
I live in LA.
I'm not okay. We live in LA.
At one point, gas was $7.
Baby, I seen it on the
And
news.
I drive a sports car. So it was like $130 to fill my car up. Do you miss?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Biden ran on this idea that he was going to help the working class, right? Or in the poor. Okay, so I'm going to tax the rich. However, with inflation, right, it seems like the people that have been taxed the most in this country are the poor, because inflation is a tax on the poor, right? It disproportionately affects the poor. I mean, imagine working minimum wage guys and trying to get by right now, right, with gas prices, with food prices. Who's suffering the most under Joe Biden? The poorest among us, to be quite honest with you. So this guy, I mean, he did the exact opposite of what he claimed that he was going to do. A lot of rich people benefit from inflation, right? Especially asset inflation.
Trump, or do you think that Joe Biden is doing a great job?
Honestly, we miss Trump.
Trump, that's the real question. That's the real answer. Everybody misses Trump, dog. We are feeling it in our pockets. You want to talk about economics? You want to talk about the morale of the country? Everybody. Overseas is out of control because Trump is not here right now, and these people in South Beach agree with me. It might not really affect y'all too much in Canada, but you see it on the news. Do you think that the United States misses Donald Trump, or do you think Joe Biden is doing a good job?
I think Joe Biden is doing a better job.
Really?
Yeah, because he's more diplomatic with his talk, and Donald Trump wants to have war with other countries.
Well, how has that worked out, right? How has that worked out? Biden's more diplomatic with his talk, and he doesn't want to have war with other countries. How has that worked out? I mean, we're currently low-key fighting a proxy war. We're high-key, really, fighting a proxy war with Russia and Ukraine. Okay? All that Biden diplomacy lost us Afghanistan. We're no longer respected on the world stage. We have the media, the state-controlled media of countries like Saudi Arabia and Russia mocking us, mocking the President of the United States. How's that worked out? When Trump was in office, we were respected. We were feared. They might not like the guy, but they feared and respected him. I care about that a lot more than, you know, so-called being diplomatic, right? Being a nice guy, right? Nice guys get ran over.
Instead of Joe Biden, who creates bond between those countries. So I think Joe Biden, for the peace, it's a really good move.
I think Joe Biden, I like the way he treat the thing with Russia. So I didn't like the way Trump was friendly with Putin, because I never liked him, and I really like how he treat that and how he helped Ukraine.
I mean, I think that, you know, during Trump's 4 years, he kind of flexed his muscle, which the United States does a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were founded on, you know, being like barbaric. That's how the country was taken back. So I feel like, as far as him flexing and not being scared to use the military, it kept a lot of conflicts at bay. I think, you know, people said that, you know, Joe Biden is so soft and more peaceful, and I feel like in the world, people take advantage of that. You know, think about all the nice people you know that get taken advantage of.
Would you think there would be war if it was still Trump?
No.
No?
I think people are terrified of him.
Yeah, I believe that too. I don't believe they would have tried it under Trump. I don't believe they would have tried it under Trump. Okay?
I think they're like, you don't mess with a bully.
That's a good point.
Terror just brings terror. Peace brings peace.
Nah, peace through strength. These people watching MSNBC, right? Or whatever the Canadian equivalent is.
So I think Donald Trump doesn't have the right approach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you want to have peace, you need to prepare for war. That's just the way it is. But I think there's like a middle ground between both.
Yeah, I feel that. I didn't argue too much with them because I didn't know what the hell they were saying. Damn, bro, it was like watching that. It was like watching Peppa the Pig. Do y'all miss Trump, or do y'all feel like Joe Biden is doing a good job?
Well, I don't miss Trump, but I think Biden gotta go, man. Yeah, he's got.
Why don't you miss Trump? You didn't.
Trump was good president. I ain't saying he wasn't. They didn't give him the opportunity to be a good president because they was always attacking him. But I think he did a good job.
I miss those stimuluses.
Yeah.
Don't y'all love how? Don't y'all love how every time somebody talks about Trump, right? Even though they might not like the guy, his personality, they always can say, well, you know, he was a good president, right? I kind of respect him, even though I don't like him. Again, I care much more about those things, right, than I care about whether or not I like the man's personality. I really don't care about his personality all that much. I care about how good he is at his job, whether he gets things done, how good the country's doing under that guy. Right? That's what I really care about. Take the emotions out of it.
I think they didn't give him a break, man. They were after him since the beginning. So,
I don't. Yeah.
They didn't give him the opportunity to be,
they didn't give him
the best president, but he was a good president.
He had to constantly he had to constantly be on the defense.
Yes.
So it's like he didn't have an opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's like when you constantly have to be on the defense, you're going to be looked at as an asshole.
Yeah. Most of the time was fighting battles.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He had it from both sides.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Trump had it from the Republican side and the Democratic side.
Both sides, yeah. They just didn't want him in there, that's all. Yeah. You know, he cleaned the house, so that's what I gotta say.
Do y'all think Joe Biden is doing a good job, or do you miss Donald Trump?
I picked the wrong president. I would definitely agree. I want Donald Trump back.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely, man. Joe Biden ain't did shit.
So you voted for him? You said
I did. I picked the wrong president.
Yeah. It's okay to admit that.
I'll admit fault. I will. I'll admit fault.
I feel like this. As far as people that, were like anti-Trump when coming up to the 2020 election, I feel like it had a lot to do with the media propaganda.
100%. If he would have stayed off of Twitter and off of social media, I promise he'd have been one of the most loved presidents.
Yeah, and then, the news had everybody so emotionally charged. So they're like, no. It was like people didn't even go to see what Joe Biden was about or what he was doing. They were like, we got to get Trump out. They started that whole movement, and then we got this clown in. Do you feel that Joe Biden is doing a good job, or do you miss Donald Trump?
I don't know.
How you don't know?
I don't know.
What you don't know?
She afraid to admit it. She afraid to say it on camera because, her friends might not like it. Right? She's scared to say the truth, even though she knows exactly what she believes.
Joe Biden is good, but
You don't miss Trump?
No. I don't know. Sorry.
All right. Do you think Joe Biden is doing a great job, or do you miss Trump?
that's a loaded question, man. Golly, fuck both of them.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, absolutely. And Trump.
Did you not have more money when
Trump made the bags come through? I'm not even going.
See, bruh, every time. Why are black people so emotional, man? How can you say F both of them, but yet at the same time you're like, well, Trump made the bags come through. I was doing great under Trump. I don't bro. This is why I said I have no hope. I have no hope for the black vote. I really don't, because it's stuff like this where I'm like, bro, let the emotions go. Let the emotions go. It can't. It can't.
No lie, Trump dumped it on us.
Honestly,
that's what happened.
America is a business.
Yeah.
Money is really the only thing I care about.
That's all it is. So when it comes to Trump, he's a businessman. So I think that's what it was. And I mean, for any entrepreneurs, any business people, I know they came up during his term. I already know because we did.
Right. Came up.
Again, this is what I'm talking about. Creating a business-friendly environment where you have less regulations, where people can pull themselves up. Okay, I'm not talking about government handouts, right? I'm talking about creating a business-friendly environment where people can say, you know what, if I want to be an entrepreneur, if I want to start a business, if I want to do this, I want to do that, I can do so without too much red tape, government red tape, getting in the way. That is what people should be asking for when they say, well, what are your politicians doing for the black community? What you should be asking is they making it easier for people to help themselves, right? What you shouldn't be asking is, are they giving you a handout? You should be asking, are they making it easier for people to help themselves, to start their own businesses, to be entrepreneurs? Are they creating business-friendly environments in these communities, right? Are they creating business-friendly policies? Are they cutting taxes? Are they letting you keep more of your own money? That is what you should be asking, okay? That's what you should be asking.
Bro, I feel like as a business, Americans need money.
But I'm not a fan. Definitely not a fan of his. I'm gonna just sit here and say that.
You're just a fan of the benefits.
I'm just a fan of the benefits, man.
I mean, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that.
Fan of the benefits.
Do you think Joe Biden is doing a good job running the country, or do you miss Trump?
Okay, listen, I would lie if I said I missed any one of them, all right? And I said that. But I will say this. I think we're in a position in America where all this shit need to be fixed. You feel me? But it's life, you know what I'm saying? It's good, it's bad, it's ugly. You gotta live with it, deal with it. You know, I don't know. I'm not really a big political guy, but
my boy say he's adaptable. It don't matter who president.
You gotta be adaptable.
He said it don't matter who president. He's gonna adapt to the situation at hand.
Yes,
do you feel like you had more money or you made more money when Trump was president?
I was a college student, bro. I was a college student, so I was getting involved in that type of, you know what I'm saying, activity and learning more about it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of playing the playground, looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't really feeling too much. What?
Nah, I ain't really feeling that.
Because broke in college is different. Like you broke, but with the camaraderie, like you gonna always eat.
Facts. That's facts. That's facts. And I did get that stimulus though, so I mean, you feel me? I don't know who
got the good stimmy.
Who had dealings with that one, but I got that stimulus.
Do you miss Trump or do you think Joe Biden's doing a great job?
Yeah. Hell no. Hell no.
Right? Yeah,
he ain't doing enough. Do enough, Joe.
Right. Do enough, Joe. Sleepy Joe, what are you doing?
What bad stuff? These shit. He ain't doing enough.
These girls in Memphis not messing with you right now. We're gonna mess around and bring Trump back 2024, dog.
Better know it. Yep. Do enough, Joe.
They ain't really want to comment too much on that. But that is great, right? That was great. Again, shout out to my boy David Lucas and that interview. But again, you know, that reveals kind of how people are thinking, right? A lot of people having buyer's remorse. What really kills me is these people that continue to think so emotionally, okay, when it comes to politics, and they're not thinking with their wallets, right? Like everybody else, but instead they're thinking with their emotions, and that's not how, you know, you're supposed to be thinking, okay? Most people, when they go to the polls, they're thinking with their wallets. They're thinking about the economy. It's very simple. If the economy is doing very well at the time of the presidency, then whoever's in office is going to stay in office, right? And if the economy is doing bad, then, you know, they're going to get kicked out of office. It works like that for a reason, right? And I feel like black folks got to start thinking more economically and less emotionally when it comes to our vote. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.